Hi, I'm Brandon. I love UpTV movies.
Hi, I'm Jax, and I'm a Tori Anderson fangirl.
I'm Dan, and I despise UpTV movies, and this is the
Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck
the Hallmark, it's his podcast. Brandon and friends host his podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Just keeping it cool.
Just a bunch of pals hanging out, talking about sauce.
UpTV.
It's a sauce conversation.
I will say this before we get, and this is weird to dive straight into movie talk right in the intro, but I do think we need more Tori Anderson.
Yeah.
I don't disagree
Love
there.
Tori Anderson.
Okay, good, because I just think she carried this movie on her back, and I adore her.
Because every time I see her, I'm like, why isn't she around? That's not, we're going to be doing a Christmas in July movie recording later today, and I think the same thing about the lead in that movie, and I've not seen her since.
Well, there
so, yeah, good. That's good. That's a good intro on your part, Jeff.
I just think we've gotten a lot of severe weather warnings this year.
Yeah, we have.
And I'm not upset about it. I just
Sevier.
like maybe one less severe weather warning and one more Tori Anderson movie.
Yeah.
And we'll still have 10 severe weather warnings, and that's great.
Severe is here. He's just where's the check? I mean, he's in every single. I mean, he's in a Christmas in July movie.
Yes,
We're talking Severe in 3 weeks.
It's too many. It's too much severe weather. Or not enough.
No way.
I don't think it's possible.
I want to be very clear that, like, he is the hardest working man in show business. I understand people being like, oh, you could be a little bit more discerning. But if I was offered that many movies, I would take them all. I would take them all.
Yes, I would love to be in a position where Deck the Hallmark is making fun of how many movies they have to review of mine.
Exactly.
Yes.
But that's the tricky part about like the actors who like sign the exclusives with these networks like Hallmark. It's like Corey Severe, like he can't do that.
But I get the feeling those Hallmark exclusives, the pay is good enough to where you don't have to take 6 Marvistas, 3 Big Johnsons, and a few just go for brokes.
I would
like whatever
real ones,
like
real. I think this is a real one.
Yeah, it's a go for broke. They're paying for craft
Is this
services
a real one?
and $10 a day.
I think it's a real one. Yeah.
It's just for the people out there. Real One's the production company. We're not
Real
like, is
One.
this a real one
This
or
is
is
a real
this a
movie.
fake?
It's a real
we
movie,
should
everybody.
start another production company called the Fake Ones.
That's right.
And competes.
It's a real one from real one.
But I don't. How does it all shake out? Like, because he's not doing them all with one. It's not like he's in bed with Big Johnson. Like he's got.
No.
He's it's all. He's
you're
everywhere.
right.
He's all things to all people.
He plays around.
He plays around.
He does. Hallmark, Marvista, Big Johnson, real ones, go for brokes, all of them.
I wonder what his Christmas in July one. While I find that out, Jax, any interest? Have you heard from UpTV? We've been doing this for a little while now, covering the UpTV movies. Have you heard anything from
positives
from Danny Up or the Up family?
Not a peep. I'm thinking maybe I should contact them directly.
You know,
maybe I should just go.
You have a direct contact, and you thought the best aspect was.
I can try and get one.
Yeah, that's right. Our interview on Friday this week is, should I spoil who that is?
Sure, it's tomorrow. Might as well.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Are the creators of The Way Home, the television program. And the interview's fantastic, and they're wonderful. And we found out that they listen to every episode of our podcast. And so, you never know. Like we were shocked to find that information out. And so, Jax, there's hope, is what I'm saying.
There's hope for us.
That's right.
And me
together. When you did the Fit for Christmas, what was the movie?
Fit for
Christmas.
Jacklyn
Collier. I remember all those, but I forgot the actual the what comes after all that.
You remember our bit.
Were there any other podcasts covering that movie, or was it just us? Did you go out and try to find different reviews?
You guys, I think. Hallmarkies covered it. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and then a couple podcast friends just covered it to be nice, so they said really nice
Oh,
things.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
And I did not cover it just to be nice. We covered it because it was my
No.
job.
Yeah, that's right.
And I love that about you.
The severe weather warning for July is a vortex production.
A vortex.
That is amazing.
Man.
So just go.
Hey, people at Vortex, if you're listening, call your girl Jax Collier.
Yeah,
Do
come
what
on,
you got to do.
Vortex. Come on, Vortex.
I'll work with.
We're starting
Corey.
to get in the chat now, just people talking about how great you look, Jax. I'm letting
Wow.
you know. BrambleJamPlus.com.
thank you
You can
so
watch this live.
Has anyone
And
said anything about us?
No
Is
one
it-
said
is
a
it
thing about
exclusively
us.
Beth Ann? Is it exclusively Beth
It
Ann?
is not. Laura said this is my first time tuning into a live recording. Jax is so pretty. Look at that.
I really want you to be like, it's not always like this. She showered right before this. You're catching me early in the day.
Yeah.
Before it all
We've
goes
done a lot of
downhill.
events with Jax, and there is a spectrum.
There really is. You've seen me sit in my own filth and eat dog
The
bones.
spectrum-
Yeah, that's right.
Though-
You've eaten actual
together.
dog food, so I do feel like there is and that's fair for all of us.
The spectrum, though, for
Yeah.
Jax, the lowest is
It's
still higher
better
than our
us.
the highest.
That's fair as well.
Still lower than our highest is what I'm trying to say.
That's right.
Well, not when Dan has a fresh haircut and Bran has just had his hair straightened.
That's
as
true.
done.
That's
then
true.
I cannot
Come
compete.
on,
Yeah, that's
can't
hot stuff.
compete with those two things.
Real quick, the Corey Severe movie has gone from being called the Christmas reboot to Take Me Back for Christmas.
Okay.
The Christmas
Was
reboots,
a
I don't
great
even
name.
know what the movie's about.
Yeah.
That's a better title than Take Me
Yes.
Back for Christmas. I'm not going to remember
Is
Take
this
Me
a
Back
time
for
travel
Christmas.
movie or a second chance movie? Christmas reboot, Take Me Back. Ooh.
Who's in it with Corey?
Vanessa Lengus. Lengies.
Oh, I like her too. I like
do
her
too.
too.
I do love that we've decided his name's Sevier, but we don't care.
No. I know
It'd
Core.
be like if we just called her Jax Collier.
Yeah.
Like
No, I
we
know
just-
Core. The Core Bore.
It does sound better.
The core bore.
I don't know.
Man,
I know Severe Weather Warning listens to this show.
he's
and,
never been on our program.
He's never been on our program.
We'd love to have him. Sevier, Severe, however we get him on the show. That's
If you think I'm going to not call him Severe Weather Warning when he comes on the show, you'd be mistaken.
no, of course not. Of course.
I am a man of my word. We got to get to the sauce.
Secret sauce.
The secret sauce. Are we ready? The secret sauce
Sure
originally
are.
aired on June 18th, 2023, and it went a little something like this. Laura is the director of marketing for Superior Condiments.
Wonder what they're about.
Superior.
Superior.
Not just a little bit better.
Not inferior.
No, they're superior,
Superior.
in every way. Her boss is having her oversee a new client. His name is Jim. Old Jimbo. He's a barbecue pit master, has a delicious sauce that Superior thinks is superior, so they want to add it to Superior, if you get what I'm saying here. Jim is running a contest, a barbecue contest, that Superior is sponsoring, and Laura is coming to help make sure that everything runs smoothly, do some marketing stuff, all that good jazz. Jim doesn't really trust Superior as far as he can throw 'em.
No.
And he doesn't like big biz. He doesn't like suits. Don't like any of that.
He's just here for barbecue.
Listen,
and
things
family,
just
you
would
know?
run a little bit slower down here.
That's right.
So,
Low and slow, the way they should.
Low and slow. That's exactly right. Is that some sort of
Low and slow.
Is that what does she
The way
say?
we do things.
Low and slow
Is that some sort of riddle?
is that some sort of riddle?
No, you dummy, dumb. Just 3 words. 2 of them rhyme.
Low and slow.
Read a book.
So anyway, Jim doesn't trust him, and but does need this money to help fix up the joint, expand because they're always packed. They got goals. They got goals down there in that small town. So she comes down there and she is immediately changing stuff, like the location of the banner. Can you believe that? She's trying to figure out the magic of the sauce, because really, yeah, she's going down there for marketing and to make sure the event goes well, but her number one priority is getting
sauce.
the rights to license the sauce.
She's trying to figure out that
She's
secret
trying to figure out the
ingredient,
secret ingredient.
which is definitely food of some sort.
So she takes a bite of this sauce and she's like, I think I know what the sauce is. Because I guess she knows things. She's not just marketing. She also
foodie.
loves food,
Yeah.
loves sauce, loves ingredients. So she's like, a little of this, a little of that, a little of this. And he's like, that's close, but you're missing the secret ingredient. And she's like, okay, if I guess it, will you let us license the sauce? he doesn't really agree to this, but
He kind of does.
Kind of does,
Yeah.
kind of doesn't. He's like, he does say, if you guess it, we'll discuss licensing it. So could still say no, but we will at least discuss it. So also what she has to do is learn about barbecue. So it's not just guessing. You have to guess the sauce, but also I have to teach you everything I know about barbecue. It's very essential to all of this. And so they start hanging out, doing barbecue, smiling at each other, learning small town life. They go to dinner and they slow dance, even though I'm not totally convinced it's a slow dance type of place. And she starts to hang out with the like this other woman who works there, and she's in the competition.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, I'll hang out with you. I'll kind of help you. And then I can also start working on the sauce, try to figure out if I can figure out the sauce situation. So Jim hurts his hand days before the event, so Laura is now going to have to step in and really start taking the reins of the barbecue. She talks over the sauce with the woman who's like running the B&B or something, and she's like, yeah, I know a thing or two about sauce. Here's some pointers. She makes a sauce. This sauce is incredible. Mm-hmm. It's not the sauce.
But is it superior?
That's what we're going to find out.
Yeah.
So she basically has become convinced that Jim is not going to give her the sauce and doesn't want to take the sauce from him. That's okay. So she just kind of takes the sauce that she made and like sends it to her boss and is like, try this one on for size. The boss calls her and is like, this sauce is amazing. It's going to be a superior sauce. Tell Jim this is going to be great. And before she can say, hey, that's not Jim's sauce, that's my sauce, he hangs up, calls Jim, and is like, hey, excited to have you on. This sauce is amazing. It's incredible. And then he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, this whole thing was just to get the sauce. That's the whole reason why she's there. And he's like, what? So he goes and is like, I can't believe you sold me out. I can't believe you sold out my sauce, blah, 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 blah. So she goes back to the big city, and she sits in a meeting, and everybody's like, this sauce is amazing. And she's like, guess what? I quit. And if you want this sauce, you're going to have to pay up. And he's like, that's not how this works. And she's like, I had my lawyers look at my contract. It is how it works.
Got him.
Boom. So I guess they do pay up because she goes back to Jimbo.
St. George.
Yeah. And is like, hey, I want you to know this is my sauce. Also, I want to be in business with you. I would like to stay here. I'd like to work with you, and we can create our own little secret sauce, if you know what I'm talking about. And then she's like, but I got to know. Can you please tell me what was in the secret sauce? And he's like, time, baby. You got to let it simmer longer than any other
else's.
sauce.
You walk around and you clock everyone else's.
If what you do is if you think it's long enough,
you're wrong.
You're wrong. Wait longer. That's how you do it. And she's like, that's amazing. Love that. They kiss each other. And the lady she was helping wins the barbecue competition.
Hey.
And that, my friends, was the secret sauce.
We did it.
We did do it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to break down the secret sauce here on Deck the Hallmark. Well, hello, everybody. We're talking about The Secret Sauce, UpTV's latest movie as a part of their June collection. And per IMDb, I think this movie was created in 2021.
Fantastic.
Does UpTV make their own movies, or are they all acquisition?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think they're all acquisitions, but I don't know that for
We
sure.
need to get Danny up on the line.
Yeah.
Talk
Yeah.
to Danny.
Up family.
Talk to Danny
Let's
up.
start with you, Jax. I'd love to hear your thoughts on The Secret Sauce. UpTV movies so far this year have been a hodgepodge beluga. Some
have
real
been awful.
Real snoozers. Some okay. Some we disagree on, like last week's.
Yeah,
Let's see.
we did. I kind of like it. Got a little
It did.
heated.
Oh boy, was it? Heated.
Yeah, that I guess.
There were
Yeah.
words.
Oh man,
There were words. What did you think about The Secret Sauce?
I mean, as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm now a Tori Anderson stan. I've always really liked her. I think that she really carried this movie. I wonder if she was in this movie being like, am I in the right movie? Like, I'm really, really good, and some things around me feel not quite to this level. But I have a feeling she's just a real down-to-earth gal who maybe doesn't even think about that. But this movie, even though I eat mostly a plant-based diet, unless I'm hanging out with you
Right,
guys,
thank you.
Of course, yeah.
We're sorry for making you stumble.
this movie made me really hungry and gave me all the sauce feels. And I actually brought props. I want to thank Kira,
Yeah.
who got me the Dorothy Lynch sauce, and then of course Sheila, the country French. I thought that since I have sauce feels and it's 9:23 in the morning, I'd have a little shot of it.
Oh,
It is excellent, Kira.
That's philo.tv/DTH
oh,
to sign up
Guys,
to
you had it
watch
right.
Jack's chug barbecue sauce.
that's fridge dressing. That's like a fridge dude.
It's so much more than that, you guys. It's a dressing and a condiment.
Bro.
It's like a salad dressing, a marinade, a barbecue sauce, a dipping sauce, a basting glaze, and a ketchup substitute, all in one.
Oh.
So I have sauce feels this morning.
Wish you didn't, to be honest with you.
That's my hot take.
No, come on.
You got another
on,
dressing.
buddy.
Are you saving that one for later,
Please
or
don't.
I'll save that for all the
Okay.
feels
Ken's
because
country
Sheila's
French.
given me a year's supply of this, so I'll save that for my all the feels.
Sheila
section.
never sends one of anything.
I love her.
Yeah, it is in bulk, which is the best.
wait, you don't do that on a regular
Please
basis,
tell
right?
me you don't like.
Do what?
Just drink.
No.
Yeah, you can't.
No.
Okay.
No, but I genuinely like I always put a little extra on my stuff and then so essentially I do.
You
yeah.
can't sit here and get on your high horse about your plant-based diet if you're taking shots of country French. All right? You just stay over there. You just let everybody do their own thing.
I never said I was healthy. I just
Plant-based does also mean
Yeah,
Oreos.
that's right. Yeah. Technically.
Lots and lots of Oreos.
That's right.
Man.
Dip them in that French.
Oreos.
Ooh, now
Yeah.
that's good eating.
Oh, that hits.
Oh, bro. Didn't like that. I did like this movie, though, I will say. I like Tori Anderson a good bit. It's great to see her back. I like that severe weather warning was doing a little Southern thing with the barbecue and the accent. I thought that was a lot of fun. And I liked that while the secret ingredient wasn't a thing,
Actual ingredient.
it did make sense. Like, it wasn't like love or like
I thought it was love. I was wrong.
it was
Yeah.
like I can buy that. Like, hey, I let it simmer longer than you
anyone
would,
else
than you would think.
than anyone else.
Yeah, I imagine that does change the flavor. Is that what it takes to make it the best? I don't
I
know.
have spies in all the barbecue restaurants, and they are timing the length of the simmer. And
Right.
mine will be longer.
It will be longer and better.
Yes,
It will be longer and
better.
better. So yeah, I quite enjoyed this. I thought that this was a lot of fun. I felt like this could have easily made its way on another network
Yeah.
that some might consider a superior network. And so I'm happy that the UpTV landed this one and really enjoyed it. Dano?
Can I just say that I do love that the biggest compliment you can pay to an UpTV movie is that it doesn't seem like an UpTV
Yeah,
movie.
I do think UpTV is making the movies Hallmark was making 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Does that check?
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
100%.
Hallmark is advanced, and so then now UpTV is making the movies that Hallmark was making. And that's not, I'm not necessarily saying that I'm denigrating UpTV, but it certainly sounds that way. Yeah, I would say that while this movie is like really bad, it is the best UpTV movie we've seen this year.
Whoa.
Now it reminded me a lot of
It's no botanical cup.
no Botanic Cup. Get it right.
Sorry.
It reminded me a lot of Season for Love, which is Autumn Reeser, Mark Blucas, and she moves back to this town in Red Rock or Texas or somewhere, and she is like going to enter this barbecue contest, and he's like her high school sweetheart, but it has a lot of the same notes in it. A lot of the same notes. This movie's better than that movie because in that movie, no one is trying to actually act like they're in Texas. No one. Everyone is in Canada. Everyone's speaking in their Canadian accent. In this movie, everyone is also speaking in their Canadian accent, aside from Corey Sevier, who is 100% giving a performance here. Like he's not overdoing the Southern, but it's there. It's like calculated. It is a really solid Corey Sevier performance. I am offended on behalf of all barbecue in general that these people have never seen real barbecue that are in this movie. And that was disappointing on a number of levels. But Tori and Corey have some chemistry. Yeah. And so for that alone, it does rise above the other UpTV movies we've watched, which is not a compliment, but it is saying something.
Yes.
Dan, you might get into it in your wait what, but as someone who's not that familiar with barbecue, will you explain how?
We can do that now or in my wait what. It doesn't matter to me. I can do it my feels.
I just want answers eventually.
No, it's fine. First it'll be my feels.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's get to the feels, and we'll talk about what gave us feels. Jax, as you take a chug of a different type of.
Oh yes. Okay.
Please don't.
Guys, I'm enjoying this. This isn't just a bit. This is like, I was like, ooh, I should do this. And then
Why are you moving to spoon now?
Oh, because the other one was full and this country French is almost empty. Don't worry, Sheila. I still have one in the fridge. Thank you, Sheila.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Guys, I swear it's so good.
There's a lot of other really good stuff on Philo too. It's not just Jax eating condiments. Yeah. Like there's so much good stuff. Check out the Philo deep dive for more of that.
That's among the best, right? I would say, okay, my feels for this. I thought that there was something that was so charming and touching about the way that Laura, Tori Anderson's character, took this woman, Tara, under her wing. Like, Tara is a little bit all over the map. She's someone I've known, a lot of people like that. I'm sometimes am a person like that. But she's a lot of energy, and Tori Anderson encourages her every step of the way and, wants her to live her best life. So that gave me some major, major feels. And also, I thought that Tori Anderson's performance when, she does this very subtle, when the whole rejection happens with Jim, it's very, very subtle, that the tears are just right there, but she's not letting them flow. She's holding it in. And I was like, this woman can just, to me, I think she should be an A-lister. I think she's not already.
An
A-lister in this genre or an A-lister?
Well, I think that two things, because I rewatched You've Got Mail this weekend, and I was like, we really need to bring back the rom-coms that are the big budget rom-coms.
Yeah, they promise they don't make money, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I agree with you, but studios are just taking fewer and fewer chances on that kind of movie. They're trying to find a way to make it for less, and the way they make it for less is don't hire A-listers, and that's unfortunate.
And they can't, that's the thing with these movies, they can't make it for less, so of course they will. But Tori Anderson should be the new Meg Ryan of this generation.
That's bold. But she does this very well.
Yeah, she does.
She was in was it a Tubi movie where she keep living the same day?
Yeah.
She's really good in that movie. If you've not seen it, Jackson, she's excellent in that movie.
Well,
I haven't
Campfire Christmas, Last Christmas in July.
Campfire Christmas, yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, really, really wonderful.
Do you guys know her? I don't know her at all, but I've heard she's very nice.
Yeah, we got to have her on the show.
What if we did a big budget rom-com and we just put explosions in the background?
Yeah.
No
we
real.
Said it was a Marvel movie. I mean, who cares at this point? It's is the original Hulk coming back for Ant-Man 6? I don't you know what I mean? You may as well just make it a rom-com and make people mad about
100%. We didn't need the last Ant-Man movie.
No, we didn't need it at all.
We needed a real good rom-com.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Yeah.
I would prefer a star-studded rom-com over another Marvel movie right now.
Wow.
Easily. Not even close.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That makes me feel, Marvel, I Is there a new Ant-Man? How many Ant-Man?
Quantumania.
There was an
the
Ant-Man that
third
came
one.
out a few months ago. This
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless.
It's my least favorite movie of the year.
Really
really
bad.
Wait, your least favorite movie
I
is
don't know if
the
I would
year
go
like
that
Under the
far.
Botanic Cup?
No,
Okay.
movies in the theater.
It's not the worst. It's
Oh,
not the
okay.
worst movie of the
Just
year.
your
It's
least
just my
favorite.
least favorite.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's all I really care about. My feels every time I see one of these movies with a barbecue off, I just think, wow, why have I never been to one? Like, do these exist?
They have one in downtown Greenville.
Can we go?
Yeah.
Like, can we try it, or is
Do
it
it for
just
the
up to
vlog.
the judges? I want to try. I
There
want to.
are championship barbecue competitions that you have to enter that we would not roll into, and then there's just like the average whatever, like a chili cook-off or
Why
something.
would I ain't gotta go. We gotta
Yeah.
do this.
There's one in downtown Greenville. Every
Love
year.
a good barbecue.
Yeah.
That'd be real fun. I
be.
love a barbecue competition.
I love barbecue.
love
Big fan.
barbecue.
Yeah,
Wait, could we have a barbecue competition at Bramblefest?
that would
No,
be
we can't.
a lot more.
But thank you for asking.
When Bramblefest continues to like extend, and when Bramblefest becomes a whole week,
Right.
we'll do the barbecue cook-off. When it
Okay,
when
I'll
we
be
are
there.
finally go full summer camp mode and make Bramblefest a Monday to Friday event with optional weekends, then we can
With
go.
the camp champs.
Oh gosh, I'm not kidding you. I literally got chills when you said with optional weekends.
Optional weekends.
I was like, I'm there for 9 days,
9
then, boy.
days.
You compete in competitions. There's dock wrestling. It's a
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah, no.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
We're-
I would just like, before we move to a barbecue competition, I would like to see Brian successfully do a cookie competition.
That's
Yes.
true.
We're
Brian,
working.
The cookie.
he's trying to throw the chocolate chip cookie competition this year. He says he's got it under control, but we are not helping him because it was too many things. But he says he's got it under control. So this year on Saturday night, people will be bringing their best chocolate chip cookie, and you can try one and vote this year at Bramblefest.
That's
Well-
fun. Wait, sorry, did you say Ryan or Brian?
Brian.
Because we've got one.
Yeah,
at-
yeah.
do have
Ryan
barbecue.
is just
Brian.
coming. He's just
Will
glad to be here.
you have barbecue with us while you're down here?
I think I
Yeah.
can be
Okay,
convinced.
good. I feel like if we do
isn't it
that,
the Bible says that if your brother eats meat, you should go ahead and join
that's right.
him?
Amen. Amen.
God is
So
good.
All the time.
I'll just say I'll do the feels here.
All the
with this. Guys,
All the time.
God is good.
Thank you.
Barbecue and its goodness is not measured by a sauce and never will be.
Boy.
A sauce is for decent to bad barbecue or other foods. So barbecue is measured first and foremost by smoke, by like the ability to inject as much smoke into a low and slow process as possible. And different regions of the country have different specialties. Like Texas is like beef brisket, or like here in South Carolina, it's pulled pork. In this movie, they just call it barbecue. And aside from seeing ribs really quick, we never see any. In fact, when she eats a barbecue sandwich, another top 10 sign you're not eating the best barbecue is if it's a sandwich. She's eating a sandwich and you see no meat in that sandwich. It's just 2 pieces of bread that she's eating. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's like Jax put a ladle of country French on a couple Hawaiian rolls and went to town on it.
That sounds amazing.
Stop.
I know what you're having for lunch.
Yeah. So this idea that you spend all this time on the sauce, great. Look, barbecue sauces are a big like market, and they're not like bad thing. But like for instance, we went to barbecue in Kansas City. At one place we went, and they had a great sauce. It was one of the better sauces I've ever tasted.
Simmer. We let them simmer.
The barbecue itself, though, C+. Then we went to a place, and what was it? 6 of us were at a table, and none of us even asked for sauce. We ate everything at the table with no sauce because it didn't need it.
Sans sauce.
That's right. It didn't need the sauce because the barbecue speaks for itself. That is how that works. This guy is not like, and here's the last one. And this is, you're going to think this is a joke. It's dead serious. You never trust a barbecue place that's run by a guy that looks like Corey Sevier. You never do it. If a guy is in that good a shape, he's not making great barbecue. He's probably not making middling barbecue. Like, you don't want that guy making the barbecue. I'm sorry. You don't want it. It's not how that works at all. Nobody's in that good a shape and does barbecue all day long from 4:30 in the morning until they sell out of meat. They just don't do it. No way, no how. Mark Blucas was way more, and you wouldn't even do it. Like even his barbecue place, you'd be like, no. But no way, no how. It's absurd. You can't just slap barbecue onto a movie and be like, yeah, we can do this. We can do this. We can make a movie here. It could have been anything. The secret sauce could have been with any type of restaurant. Why you got to do barbecue? Everybody.
Honestly, Dan, I appreciate your explanation, and it's actually making me realize why I love sauces so much. It's because I'm usually eating, like fake chicken nuggets or fake burgers or whatever. Not that they're fake.
They're fake.
You guys know what I'm saying. They're plant-based, and I slather sauce on them, like tastes just like I remember.
That's right. Yeah, I bet it does.
But, okay, so thank you. This was eliminated.
Yeah, you get down here on Thursday in time for, we got the VIP dinner. We got to figure out a time to go eat barbecue. We got to go over to Lewis and eat some barbecue. I think you'll enjoy yourself.
Make up for lost time.
That's right.
Over there eating all your plant
low and slow.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with the wait, when, the what, the what's up here on Deck the Homework. Welcome back, friends. We're talking about UpTV's.
Welcome back to Deck the Hallmark here on NPR.
UpTV's
Low
latest
and
movie.
slow. That's how you do barbecue. That's how we do this show. Back to you, Bran.
Thank you. We're talking about UpTV's latest movie, The Secret Sauce. It's time for the Wait What part of the show. It's where we think about those funny little things in this movie that made us go, wait, what?
Made us ponder
We'll
our
kick it
life
over
decisions.
to
Jacklyn Collier.
To our sister.
Jacklyn Collier.
Guys, that was so incredibly soothing.
Right?
Thank you for doing that. And thank you for welcoming me on in to talk about what made me go, wait, what?
We'll be right back.
Okay, I have two wait, whats. Are you guys fans of the TV show Survivor?
I watched season 1 with Gervais and Richard Hatch and all of them.
I've never seen it.
Classic.
Yeah. After that, I jumped. I was done.
You jumped
ship. Sue, who was gave the rat speech?
Yes, I was just gonna say that. Oh, it was so powerful.
It was, right? It's big time.
She was scary. They're not like that anymore. They're really actually nice on that show. But the first person to be medically evacuated from the game, it happened because he fell into a fire pit, and they have this shot. He's fine now. Okay. Well, actually, he's gotten in trouble with the law a little bit, that's why I'm not saying his name on the podcast. But his hands, after they got out of the fire pit, you see just the skin falling off, and when Corey had his hand in the bucket of water, I was expecting this garish, hand, third degree burn situation to come out. And it's he just had a little tiny
They skipped to a week later, Jax, is what they did. They just jumped a week. You didn't see it. Just a real quick week jump there. Yeah.
That's when I have a teeny tiny, when I burn my hair with my curling iron or burn my neck with my curling iron. It was not a real burn. I don't know why he couldn't continue forward. So that was a big wait what for me. Not that I wanted them to have his hand completely singed, but I was looking for a little something there.
It's just not enough to keep a barbecue pit master from doing his job, right?
It certainly is not.
That's a rub some dirt on it situation, buddy. That is not a I gotta sit the next few plays out. And it wasn't even on his fingertips. It was just right across here. And it was a first.
And he never wraps it up.
No.
He never puts
No, why didn't he wrap it?
You gotta wrap that sucker up.
Christmas Joy, I believe, where grandma or aunt has a sprained ankle and she's in the hospital for 4 days. You're like, what is happening? I guess I gotta run this cookie crawl. There's nothing I can do.
Yes, I was wait, what on that? And then finally, I do think that Corey, is a talented and compelling actor, and I liked watching him play Jim and the accent and everything, but I couldn't for the life of me understand why this woman Laura was attracted to this man Jim. I didn't get it. They had chemistry, but I was like, why do you like him? Yeah. I don't get it.
Can I tell you what I don't know why you didn't get it, but for me, why I didn't get it was because the big city really takes it on the chin in this movie. And it's like the small town does everything better. And Tori's character seems she's a little too sensible for that to be the case. To be like, I'm giving up all of the big city for St. George in whatever state that or province that may be in. And I thought that was a little unsettling. Like she was kind of, you know. And so I thought they had good chemistry in spite of that. But that doesn't make sense for the characters, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, not one iota.
Is that it?
But other than that, solid movie.
I have a few. One, I don't understand this restaurant.
No.
Because best I can figure, at lunchtime, when the tables are full, they send people away.
Yeah.
It's like, well, there's no more space. So there's not a lot. Like, it's not, they never say we ran out of food.
Never, not once.
They just say there's no room.
Yeah.
Skedaddle.
Barbecue places down here, they'll smoke meat for the day. When they run out, they're out.
They never say that.
I thought that's what was going on.
I did too.
But later, when she jumps in and makes it more efficient, they're like, look, everybody got served. I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, this is
an efficiency issue.
They just don't want people waiting in line. So, like, we would rather you go home.
Go home.
Because it makes us feel bad.
We don't want to wait. The buzzer system.
It's weird. No. It was a weird situation there for sure. There is a honor system produce stand in the middle of the woods. I had more of a problem with the location of this produce stand. I know Dan had a problem believing that people can, do the honor system. He doesn't have any faith in humanity's ability
that's not
to
the problem
honor
at all.
system.
That's not
I
the
had
problem.
a problem with the location. It's just like on a trail somewhere out in the woods. There's a produce stand that magically just gets new produce every day.
Yeah.
Weird location. What was your problem?
My issue is that you're in the middle of the woods and you've put fresh organic produce out there. Someone's doing a lot of work here.
Someone's doing a lot of work
to get all of that out there, and they're probably proud of that product. It'd be weird that they're not there, but also of the things that you honor system, that's just not one of them. Someone is going to walk in the woods and be hungry and just be like, I'm taking this.
Oh, that's pretty dope. That there's
honor's great. Cool. Honor system.
You know what else? You know who else might do that? Animals.
Yes.
That are in the woods.
There it is. You're in the woods. Rabbits notoriously love carrots. They're going to go up there and be like, oh, is this organic? They're going to do
Let
that.
me get my coins. Honor system.
Come on. You cannot honor system a produce stand in the middle of the forest. You can't do that.
Honey, I need a quarter. It's the honor system.
Still just rabbit? All right. Just going to take it. I'm just like, what are we doing here?
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
The turtle's going to go mosey on up. Oh, man. The leafy green's looking pretty good.
I missed it again. Too slow. My last one is this Superior barbecue, the Superior condiments business. Yeah. They're whoever did their contracts should be fired.
Yeah.
Because somewhere there's a disconnect between the person who runs the company thinking that we own everything you create.
That's right.
And that person being like, no, I looked at my contract and actually you don't. That's you
massive.
should never get to that point.
There's no way that ever
You
happens.
either own everything that someone makes or you don't. How did that person who's running the company think that if it wasn't in the contract?
Yeah, there's no world where a big company like that has
a bad lawyer.
Really bad.
So actually, I actually bought that because I was like, she does social media marketing, all this stuff, campaigns, like creating all this stuff. And he's like, we own everything you create. I think in that vein, but she made a sauce. Like they didn't think to put
All I
that
know is
in
this:
there.
in my youth, I worked at Moe's Southwest Grill. Welcome to Moe's.
Oh,
and
welcome to Moe's.
I had to sign a contract for Moe's that said if I created anything at Moe's while working, it was not mine. And if I gave away the recipe, I know the recipe to their super secret Chipotle ranch dressing.
Simmer longer.
And it is not that. I know the actual recipe. I've made it at my house. It tastes just like it. They said if I gave that recipe out, I could be sued. And that was Moe's Southwest Grill.
Wait, are you being
I'm
serious? My contract with Hallmark was not airtight at all. It
man.
was very loose.
Mine was like, and that was to be like just a daytime employee at Moe's. So
They said if you created anything
while I was
that
working there,
theirs.
so if I created something using their ingredients, now if I created something at home, and you know, it would be mine. But if I created something there as an employee of theirs, then it was theirs.
But a condiment company wouldn't say, "Hey, while you're employed here,
you can't be going off making other sauces."
Yeah, that would have to be in the contract, right?
Yes.
Like any sauce that you can't sell extracurricular sauce while working here.
Yeah,
Can't do it.
No, I can't do it. I did see extracurricular sauce.
Amazing.
So good. So good.
A mess.
I have a few. This woman has a phone. It works. There is cell service. Why is she using an alarm clock from When Calls the Heart? Why is she using a sundial alarm clock that will mess up guaranteed? Why is she doing that? Like, you're asking for trouble if you've got your phone and can set an alarm on it, and you're like, no, I'm going to wind this bad boy up.
Wind it up.
That was crazy. Also, can we talk about the restaurant again briefly? This is a barbecue restaurant, and here's their specials board. You ready?
Oh, boy.
Thursday's the fish fry. Friday's the spicy fried chicken. Saturday's the cheesesteak. There's no barbecue on the list. Not a one. Not a single one of your specials has anything smoked in it. None of it. You're just choosing random meats and slathering your sauce all over it and calling it barbecue. Stop it. Get some help. Why did we have to make this a barbecue restaurant? Hey, we're really known for our barbecue. We got a smoker out back. Fish fry's amazing. So is the spicy fried chicken and the cheesesteak. Guys, can you try just a little bit?
I love a good barbecue fish fry.
And then also, and this is my favorite, and it's just me, and you probably won't think this is funny at all, but I couldn't stop laughing. The sign at the front says cash only, but only is in quotes. Are we winking at only? Cash only. We'll take other stuff, but cash. Like, why? Just say cash only. Why do you need to?
I wish that they were both in quotes.
No, just only. If cash only's in quotes, it's like, you know how old Tom used to say, cash only. But they are saying cash only. What?
It's like, is there like a secret code that lets you use card?
At that point, they're winking at you to say you can't use cash, right?
Yeah, you can't use cash.
Cash only. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if that flies. And then lastly, I just don't understand this barbecue competition. We have a very has gone viral, famous barbecue restaurant in town. And we hold a barbecue competition. It is serious every year. And we take 10 contestants. Now, are these the best 10 barbecuers or home smokers around town or around the country? No. It is a lottery system. So, you could make the best barbecue in the world. But if you're not chosen randomly out of a hat, then you could lose out to some Canadian woman that wants to try to make sauce for the first time. That is how this competition works. When you show up and buy a ticket to taste this barbecue, you could be tasting the world's worst barbecue at this competition because it is purely random who gets to be involved in it.
It's a lottery system.
It's a lottery system barbecue competition.
What more is there to say?
It is one of the worst ideas I've ever heard in my life.
It's a lottery system.
Can you imagine paying money, like $50, all you can eat barbecue, and all of it is garbage? Because it's like, well, we drew the names, and Tom over here says his barbecue's great. Turns out he makes it in an easy bake oven. I don't know what you got to eat it.
Easy bake Tom is what we call him.
Yeah, old Tom over there.
You think anybody brought fish fry?
Maybe a
cheesesteak?
Spicy fried.
For my entry into the barbecue competition, I present with you
Philadelphia's finest cheesesteak.
With Cheese Whiz.
With Cheese Whiz.
And barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Is there anything less barbecue than a cheesesteak and a spicy fried chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
Good grief.
I don't know why the cheesesteak is really sending me. That really tickles me. Like, I don't get that's the
Can you imagine if they were like, for my barbecue entry, falafel. for my barbecue entry, challah. Can you imagine?
The chef back there gets all the orders. Is like, why is no one ordering barbecue?
This whole movie works if you take the word barbecue out of it. Like if you just take the word barbecue out, you can still have a secret sauce. You can still do everything you were going to do. Competition, all of it. Wow, like stop being so stupid. UpTV. Sheesh.
But we love you, and I can't wait to work for you again. But also, I think
Jax would up the quality of that a good deal. That's all I
have. If Jax is ordering a barbecue Philly cheesesteak, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you guys know? So I'm curious for the listeners. Just write in and let us know if you're from Philly, Pat's or Geno's. It's the big competition in Philly.
It's a big competition.
Right. I haven't had either ever. So
a lot of people say that those two are like become tourist traps. And every time I talk from somebody to Philly, they're like, neither. Let me tell you about the best Philly. And it's like some just unknown. I tell you personally, white American cheese and Cheese Whiz, both on there. Hot cherry peppers.
Whoa.
That's my cheesesteak.
I like when you do this.
We'll do hot cherry peppers, white American Cheese Whiz, all together, shaved ribeye. Gotta have it. That's the move.
I'm getting so hungry. I might need another shot of Dorothy Lynch.
Plant-based, of course.
Of course.
Just your plant-based shaved ribeye.
Oh yeah, they do have that.
Of course
They're actually pretty good. You just.
Let's get to the WhatsApps where we talk about any questions that we still have that we'd like some answers to. Jax, what are you still wondering about?
I'm still wondering, and I'm hopeful that our girl Tara has seen a medical health professional, mental health professional. And I say this as someone who is a big advocate of therapy, and I love it. She's having these panic attacks, like constantly, and either they're actual panic attacks, which you should talk to someone about that, or she's just saying they are. But regardless, she's clearly, anxiety filled and can't just keep putting this on Laura, especially because Laura's going to be moving to town, it seems like. Is Laura moving to town, or is she just consulting? Laura's moving to town. So I really hope that our girl Tara can find a good therapist in town, or BetterHelp, which I don't think is a sponsor of the pod, but you can do it online.
They have been in the past. Maybe they'll be back this holiday season.
You never know.
Free.
Yeah.
Never know.
So we do get the secret ingredient, and the secret ingredient is time. You got to let it simmer longer than anyone else. I want to know, I would love to know from someone who actually creates sauce, how much extra time would you need a sauce to simmer to really tell the difference? What is that sweet spot? But then after a certain point, you almost burn it, right? You can't just simmer forever. So I don't know. I would really, brand@deckthehallmark.com. If you're a sauce creator, please let me know.
Sauce creators, reach out right now.
I would love to know what,
hit that smash and subscribe.
So everybody, everybody in the barbecue sauce business simmers it for 10 minutes. We went weird and went to 25. Would that, how long extra do you need to simmer before it really makes that
The guy down at Miles Pizza says it takes 3 days to make his pizza sauce.
Yeah, that's what I just want to know. How long?
For real?
How long are we talking here?
Fascinating.
How much longer to really make the difference between what everybody else is doing?
I don't think that would. I don't think that's going to be.
I don't know.
If the other guys got better ingredients and simmered it for 2 minutes.
Papa John's.
I think, no. But yeah.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, I do. Who scheduled this?
Yeah.
Who scheduled this Zoom meeting at 1:00 or 12:30? At the beginning of this movie, and this is important. Not just who, what secretary or assistant. Was it Corey Sevier with no technology?
For those that didn't see the movie, real quick, at the beginning of this movie, I didn't put in the synopsis. She dances into an office, thinking that the office is empty because she got good news. And Corey's already on the screen.
Someone has let him into this meeting that I don't think he scheduled because he doesn't have the tech to do so.
Yeah, and he says, I thought the meeting was at 12:30. She says, no, we moved it to 1.
So did this massive corporation set up a join and we don't have to let you in meeting
It'll just be on the TV.
And they set it for 12:30 and then told everyone it was 1?
I don't know.
Because if it was 1, he couldn't get into the meeting.
What's also weird,
like it didn't make like you just don't have. And why was the TV or the projector on?
I don't know.
No
I don't
one's
know
in the
how
room,
these
the
big
lights
businesses
off.
work with these.
Like
with this.
it was convenient.
But what a meet cute. What a meet cute.
Yeah, what a meet cute indeed. But it was very convenient in a way that would have never ever.
But I also
happens.
got a chuckle out of the fact that they moved the meeting to 1 so that they could eat during it. We're going to move it to 1. It is our lunch. We are going to eat. And there's nothing we can do about it.
No.
Did we move the meeting from 12:30 to 1?
Maybe.
Could we have eaten at 12:30 then?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, sure.
But
could.
we are going to choose to all bring our
Always
lunches.
eat it. Well, yeah, it's a 2:30 meeting. Let's do lunch then.
Let's do lunch at 2:30 during the meeting.
That's right.
That's actually best for us. I always eat during my meetings. I love that. We're professionals.
Professional.
We're superior condiments. We have to eat in all of our meetings.
That's right.
It's part of the
Show
deal.
you what you're missing.
That's exactly right. Jax, we did it. Congratulations. Thank you for joining us again. Everybody else, thank you. Thank you.
Good. Yeah.
We'll be back next time with another one. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.